And now broadcasting live from the Ginger and Baker studio here in the heart of the Music District in beautiful Old Town Fort Collins, Colorado. It's Live at Lunch here on KRFC 88.9 FM, streaming live worldwide at krfcfm.org. Today's guest just appeared at the Tucson Folk Festival, has completed recording a new album, and will be touring the Southeast in the coming months. I'm your host today, David V., and today's special musical guest is the Glass Hours.
Forget me, dear, though I've been gone a while. The dogwood trees in Grandma's yard are hung with kudzu vine. The front porch swing is rusty some, it makes a mournful sound. I hope old Raymond oils the chain and wipes the cedar down. At a line raining, and I miss you from the other side. At a line, I'm sorry that I never said goodbye. Yep. Grandpa's watch let go his chain, it's in the bedside stand. I left some links of funeral gold to mend it when you can. The topmost shelf in Dad's garage, under that Fairlane clutch, I left some money in a cigar box, I know it isn't much. At a line, it is raining, and I miss you from the other side. At a line, I'm sorry that I never said goodbye. At a line, can you hear me? 'Cause I miss you from the other side. At a line, I'm sorry that I never said goodbye.
Sun-baked and lazy there, lost in a dream. Love was our castle and you were my queen, and I was the man who had everything. I promised to hold you, not bring you down. My wishes were plenty, my heart beating loud. I worshipped your body as the harvest moon sang, and I laid you down easy on soft angel wings. the heavens, so wild and so free. I was a man who had everything. Now the days drag on forever when I'm waking up alone, and the keys to the castle are gone. I miss you in the morning when I wake from a dream. You were moving your body like a wave under me. I can still see your eyes in the red summer heat, shining like diamonds and burning through me. I'd trade the whole world for the kingdom I'd found. I'd surrender my passion and kneel on the ground. Love was our castle, you were my queen. I was a man who had everything.
The Glass Hours here on KRFC's Live at Lunch. Let's meet the duo. First is Megan Barbera.
Hi.
I spent a little bit of time here in Fort Collins before moving up to New York. And then also Brad Armstrong from the Birmingham, Alabama area. How are
Howdy.
you guys doing today?
Doing great.
Doing great.
All right, thanks for showing up and having a good time with us today. I'm going to ask you how you first met in New York.
Would you like to take
No,
that
this
one?
is your story.
We had both been songwriters for a long time. We had a mutual friend who was a drummer and invited us to a rehearsal. Thought we should get together and play, and neither of us was overly excited to do that.
Because you were enjoying being solo?
Yeah,
or?
we were just, I don't know, I guess we didn't have high hopes for, when someone
Yeah.
asks you to come to a garage and do a rehearsal.
Get
It
to a
was,
certain age, man, it's,
Yeah.
stop looking for things, it seems
Yeah.
like sometimes.
but we showed up, and pretty much right away we realized our voices went together, and we started writing songs together, and the drummer no longer plays with us, but I guess we should be really grateful to him for setting up
Absolutely.
that first rehearsal.
Yeah.
All right.
That was, 3 years ago,
Yeah.
I think.
Just under, yeah.
All right. So I know you went to school here in Fort Collins at
I did.
Colorado State.
I did.
And did you major in music?
I majored in English, creative writing.
So that's where you get your lyrical
Yeah,
songwriting.
I was a lazy writer. I really couldn't make it past the length of a song. I mean, you
No
studied
books, but lots of songs.
Yeah, I guess we have that in common. Like Brad studied poetry, so I'll let you talk about that. Were you a lazy poet?
I guess so. I mean, I feel like everybody at a certain age is a lazy something, I mean,
It's
when
true.
you're in your
That's true.
teens and 20s, you're not excited about much, it seems like, at least
Yeah.
as far as having drive. But yeah,
Yeah.
anyway.
So when did you both start songwriting?
I remember writing my first song when I was probably 14, and
Were
my
you playing
uncle-
guitar at that time?
No, I was playing piano. I was required to play piano, as many children are,
as
starting
always
in
do.
3rd grade. Yeah. So I wrote it on the piano, and my uncle was going out for a date, and the song was called "Dana Don't Go."
His name was Dana.
It was bad
You didn't like his
song.
date, huh?
I didn't want him to go on the date. No, it must have elicited some, emotion that I sat down at the piano and started pounding away. So that was my verse.
I remember
On
my
the next
first,
album, huh?
No, that is buried forever. This is the first time I've talked about that in a lot of years.
My first thing was with my cousin. I learned to play music with my cousin. He had a guitar when I was 8 and he was 9. Neither one of us could play anything, so we learned Wild Thing, but with all open strings, so it was like, wow. You know what I mean? It was real bad. And then I really wanted a guitar, and it was all I thought about. We were big Kiss fans. So we got together. We was probably about 10 or 11 years old. We wanted to make a record, and we did the cover art for it, and we did everything except get the songs actually written. But the record was called Microwave Your Brains. I don't know why. And the cover
That
picture,
was the
we
era,
took a
especially
picture
during
in the front
Kiss,
of the
right?
back when microwaves were a newfangled gadget in the kitchen, I think.
And this style of songwriting for each of us, I think, continued for quite a few years. So you can imagine we had a lot of gap to bridge when we first came together and started writing songs like what you're hearing today.
That's right, for sure. We did.
Well, we heard your original influences like Kiss.
Yeah.
What were yours?
Mine were a lot of the early singer-songwriter women who came out in the 90s. That was sort of when I had found my way to the guitar. Natalie Merchant, Sarah McLachlan, sort of the Edie Brickell, sort of that contingency. But the earlier ones were straight from my parents' album collection in the 70s, which was Bob Dylan, early Bruce Springsteen stuff, Carly Simon, Paul Simon, Quicksilver Messenger Service.
That's going back a few.
Yeah, we kind of went all over the place. Definitely the Dead.
I have
Jerry
to tell you,
Garcia.
I'm getting a bit of the Graham Parsons, Emmylou Harris. Being from the South, I'm sure you probably were a big fan of Graham.
Yes, for sure.
And Emmylou's popular here.
Oh, yeah. We love
But
we
the
reference
blend of
them
the
all
voice
time.
is really, that's what I'm getting.
Yeah, you got it.
All
That's
right.
what it is.
Well, what would you guys like to play for us next?
It's called North.
Yeah.
North? And then after North?
After North, we'll do a tune called In the Pines.
In
fact, all 4 of these songs are on an upcoming record. It's not out yet, but it will be.
And I think there's a name for it.
There is.
Chapel Glass?
You got it.
Glass. That's
Now,
right.
before I let you start, how did you get the name Glass Hours?
I dreamed it. I woke up.
Like a
We were looking for
Joseph
band name.
Smith moment.
It was pretty weird. We were trying to find a band name, and it's like, it's impossible now. Any 2 nouns you string together are something, somewhere.
Yeah.
And I woke up thinking about the Glass Hours, and I was like, it seems so obvious to me. And I was like, well, obviously that's gone. And I got on Spotify and nothing. I got on Instagram, nothing. I got on the internet and nothing. And I was like, I couldn't believe it. And
Time to trademark.
yeah, so so we're actually at the Glass Hours, which doesn't work in 2025. You got the thing that you want to. It's just incredible. So
he called me and said, I have another name to throw into the hat. And we literally had probably 300 names.
Yeah.
And it was just a joke of like, oh, how about this? No, I hate it. It's awful.
Exactly.
And so I was like, all right, what is it? He goes, Glass Hours. I'm like, that's it. That's the one.
It's great.
Throw the other 300 away.
Throw them away.
We
Throw
sure
them away in
did.
case anyone else needs
All
them.
right. The Glass Hours here on KRFC's Live at Lunch.
We could go up north for a little while, find the pieces of all that we left behind. I'll drive the car and you choose the song. You and me'll sing winter long. There are things that we never talk about. Funny how the truth still comes bleeding in on the nights when I can't find sleep. Ghosts are circling all around me. You and I rolling down the highway in some divine way. I have always known you. the stars burn out, I'll hum the song and you calm my sleep. Stay a little while with me. You and I are rolling down the highway in some divine way. I have always known you. Me and you, it's a breathless situation, an unknown destination. We're just traveling on through. In some divine way, I have always loved you. In the pines, you've been sleeping in the doldrums of your mind. There's a clearing in the forest where I've been drinking your lover's wine. In the creek, you've been swimming in a place below the falls. There's a churning in the water where I've been waiting ever long. Roll on, river, carry me. Roll on, river, carry me. And I know you may be weary, and I know you may be tired. There's a home down in the holler where you're traveling your whole life. If you're thirsty, take your liquor. If you're broken, take your rest. If the fire inside you burned out, there's another burning yet. Roll on, river, carry me, yeah. Roll on, river, carry me. In the pines, you've been sleeping where the weeping river falls. There's a clearing in the forest where I've been waiting ever long.
The Glass Hours here on KRFC's Live at Lunch. I have to say that last one was hauntingly beautiful. I loved the guitars on that. And you normally play that with banjo, you mentioned.
That's right.
So, I don't know. I sure like the tune right there with guitar.
Well, take it under advisement.
Alternate version. Well, that's good. Now, is that going to be on the new album?
Yes, sir.
Yeah.
Sure is.
Wonderful. Looking forward to that. To be determined as far as the release date?
No, September, I don't know the number. I know there's a number. I just don't know what it is.
Is it 24th?
20-something? Yeah.
September 20-something to be determined.
All right.
We're on a record label called Cornelius Chapel Records. Which is out
Okay,
of
so
Birmingham.
that's why it's called Chapel Glass.
Well,
No.
They sadly, that's an interesting thing I hadn't really thought about. But that's not sad. It's just it's of note. I suppose.
Coincidence.
Yeah, coincidence.
We have a lot of chapel and a lot of glass in
This
our
is true.
lives
That's the
and in
thing
our
about the new
songs
record,
and in
Chapel
our.
Glass Hours. You know, it's like
I think it's like they get in our head and we
Yeah.
forget that we have
Religious
so many, don't we?
influences,
That's right.
maybe?
I was raised in Alabama. So
Southern
there's-
Alabama.
Yeah.
I had my
Bible
share
Belt
of it.
influences.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah. Spent a lot of time in places like that.
Absolutely. I was going to ask you real quick about your stomp box, and for a couple of reasons. One, you must be building up your left calf, because I
Yeah.
noticed that you're doing
Yeah.
your heel
Yeah.
instead of the pad of your foot.
Yeah, that's right. I think it's the heel because I don't know. I have a thing about that, but the thing about it is learning to do it standing up. That's what the weird thing is. Cause
Instead of
normally
having a
sit down-
seat.
When I sit down, it's real easy. But we learned early on that if we play shows seated, you're real easy to ignore. You know, it's like you're a performer. You need to engage. So you stand
Looking
up.
like
you
an
know,
old blues guy just having to sit down and do a stomp box.
Exactly.
Now, tell us a little bit about that. That's not a homemade. You
No.
got that from Australia?
Yeah, I did. There's a company over there called Wazenator, and it's such a weird thing, but I've got a buddy called Taylor Hollingsworth out of Birmingham, whom I've known for 20, 30 years, and he has one. He's a solo guy, and he plays by himself all the time, and he had one of these, and I've been making my own, and they sounded terrible. And I saw he had this one, and I was like, where'd you get that thing? And he told me about it, and I ordered it over from them, and here it is. It's pretty great.
Looks pretty durable.
It is.
Flat,
So far, so good.
so you don't have to
yeah,
be at
it's
a
big
weird
enough
angle
where I
when
can't
you're
get off
stomping,
of it,
too.
you know? Yeah, totally.
Keep your foot on. It's nice and padded.
Exactly.
All right. Well, did both of you come from musical families? I mean,
I
you
did.
were forced to play piano, you said,
Well,
which so
I-
many kids were. You know.
Yeah, I did come from a very musical family. There was a lot of singing together and playing together
Mm-hmm.
and harmonizing together, I think, was the biggest part of my childhood. From the minute I learned to
Really?
talk, it felt like
Now,
everyone
was that
singing.
at home or church or
It was at
school?
home.
Yeah.
It was not at church. We were heathens. But it was at home.
Nothing
it was,
wrong with that.
Yeah, it was in the car. It was at parties. It was at concerts.
Nice.
My parents took me
They
to
took
a
you to
lot of
shows?
concerts when I was little. Yeah, saw the Rolling Stones at Folsom Field in, I think, 1976. I was 3.
I was there.
You were there. It was a good show.
Mm-hmm.
I remember it was like a first core memory. So very musical.
Her and her mama sing real pretty. I was riding around in the back seat, and they were in the front seat singing something last time we were here last July. It was just mesmerizing. It's great.
Yeah, we love it.
And you said your family was musical too?
Yeah, they are. Down south, I mean, everybody sang in church. So my parents both, and that's the thing. It's like everybody went to church when they were kids and stuff. And so they sang together. My mom played piano. My grandfather played piano. And my grandmother played piano. Everybody did everything all the time. So it was, and that's kind of the region. Everybody
Wow.
can play something down
You
there.
picked up some of those gospel
Yeah,
influences in what you're
absolutely.
doing. Absolutely. And I was going to ask you, Megan, about the full-sized Guild. I mean, that is
Yeah.
a big guitar.
It's a huge guitar. I played a much smaller Martin for years. I have a higher register in my voice that really needs the balance of a bigger, lower guitar.
Yeah, it gets more bass response, right?
It does. I have always loved jumbo guilds, and I have watched different women songwriters over the years balance out different guitars. Takamine is another one that I have found a really nice balance with. But this one just fills in kind of the low end bass of what we're doing, especially when Brad's on banjo. So between this and the kick, it fills us out nicely.
And that's kind of what I noticed too, with the bass coming from that, and then just a regular size Taylor over there gives it more of a treble, I guess.
Yeah.
Tone.
That's right, yeah.
And I play usually without a pick, which is a sound person's nightmare, but I kind of like to muddy it a little bit because it just kind of rounds it out. 2 acoustic guitars in your face can be too much.
Well, I noticed you both trade off on leads on the songs
Yeah.
and things too, so you're not just one person doing it all, which is nice too.
We try to balance it out so that you don't kind of know where to look or what you're hearing or what to. It's got to
That's
be
right.
kind of.
Gives it a nice variety.
Yeah.
All right. Well, what are you going to play for us
I'm
next?
going to play this song called Hurricane.
Wonderful. Well, as you know, we all love that. We played it a lot here at KRFC from your first release.
Yeah.
First release.
Yeah.
First song we ever wrote, in fact.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
It is.
It is.
Excellent. Well, the Glass Hours
First
here
one.
on KRFC's Live at Lunch.
She was born in a hurricane. She come from a place that didn't have a name. She had rattlesnake boots, holes in her jeans, and a broken tooth. She come a long way, riding her thumb every night and day. I asked her, who do you love? She said, I never did care for anyone. Ride it till the wheels come off. Ride it till it throws me off.
He was born in the summer heat, a half mile down a forgotten street. He had a stick and poke tattoo, a hole in his heart like an empty room. He come a long way, walking the road every night and day. I asked him, who do you love? He said, I never gave a damn for anyone.
Ride it till the wheels come on. Ride it till it throws me on. Ride it till the wheels come on. Till the highway's gone. Take you someplace we can rest for a while. Hear the sound of the grass grow. Funny how we never seem further than here and now. Burning out while the wind blows. Wanna ride it till the wheels come off. Ride it till it throws me off. Ride it till the wheels come off. Till the highway's gone.
Sun rising in the canyon, throwing shadows on the ground. We were getting better at forgiveness when you used to come around. I can't seem to find the right
headed back to Colorado. I'll wait. Along the Arkansas River, where Highway 50 winds and snakes. Remember songs we used to sing from a worn out box of rain. Such a long, long time to be gone from the pinyon and the pine. If you think you're headed back to the mountains, I think it's time. Whipping through the tall grass, where the Great Plains meet the sky. Somewhere out beyond the blue horizon, I hope you're fine.
The Glass Hour is on KRFC's Live at Lunch. Well, there's those English major lyrics coming through there, I tell you. So,
they're in there.
So figuratively picturesque. I can see where the plains meets the mountains, and
Good.
you know, especially being from Colorado, right?
Yeah, that's right.
Were you born in Colorado?
I was not. I was born in Kansas.
Mm-hmm.
And it's interesting, Brad and I have both traced our lineages to Kansas, to these two towns that are within like 30 miles of one another.
What are those?
Holton, Kansas, and Vermillion.
I know where
you?
Vermillion is.
You know,
Population
northeast
7, I think, at this point.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So we often joke that we may be related.
Yeah.
We may.
Who knows? Who knows? Exactly.
But I've lived in Colorado. Well, I moved. My parents moved to Colorado when I was 3.
And lived mostly in Fort Collins, or?
Colorado Springs until college, and then came to Fort Collins and lived here until 2006.
Wonderful.
And then migrated east.
Yeah, what
New
did
York.
bring you out to New York?
I married a New Yorker.
Aha. So what's he do when you're out on tour?
He stays there and works, and occasionally hops along and comes and sees a show if he's interested. And yeah.
Excellent.
Yeah.
All right. Well, I was gonna say, you guys have been together how long now? About 3 years?
Yeah.
What did you say? Okay.
We met about 3 years ago, and we started getting serious about, about that, actually. So it was pretty quick.
Yeah.
So I'm thinking about it.
Yeah.
I'm like, yeah, actually, we kind of jumped
Yeah.
in, you know?
We had, yeah.
Yeah.
And you guys had the chance to play the New York City's Underground Sunshine Festival.
Yeah.
Underwater Sunshine, yeah.
Is that what it is, Underwater?
Right.
And I guess Adam Duritz
That's
from
right.
Counting Crows is in
Yeah.
charge of that,
Yeah,
if
that's
I
his thing. Yeah, he gave us
remember
a real nice
right.
break.
Yeah.
Did you get to meet with him and interact with him? And
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's a
he
great guy.
encourages singer-songwriters
He
and
does. He sure does.
up,
He
up
really
and comers.
does.
Yeah.
He really does. You know, I wondered if he
champions
was
it.
going to be there the whole weekend, or he was there the
He
whole
was.
weekend.
He was sitting right out there watching us play.
yeah,
and everything. I mean,
just
he's right in the room with you. Yeah.
taking in the music
Yeah.
and enjoying the music. And
Absolutely. And he's a real champion of that.
Yeah.
I mean, he really dedicates himself to it, lifting up artists that are not known.
That's
It's a
good to
big
know.
thing for him.
hosting people in his home.
Yeah.
Hosting the
Yeah.
it's
Yeah, the Crows actually have a brand new song out too. So
yeah.
he's still making music
Still
with
doing
them.
their thing.
It's great.
Yeah.
Excellent. Well, I'd like to take just a second to remind our Live at Lunch listeners that you can always go to our KRFC RadioVision YouTube channel, hit the subscribe button, and every week, you'll get a notification of the upcoming artist, and you can see the past, present, and future KRFC Live at Lunch videos. And also like to thank our Live at Lunch crew, our tremendous video audio crew that always does a fantastic job, and they're behind the scenes, and they need a big pat on the back. So I'm going to let you guys go on. I think we could probably do at least three more tunes with the show. And
okay.
What would you like to play for us?
Ordinary Heart?
Sure. Let's do it.
Okay.
Not the beating of your ordinary heart, the way you always lose before you start. It's not the echoes of songs you never wrote, the vacant kiss of memory as you float. Could have saved you once these many years ago. Could have been a guardrail on your road. I know it's pretty low and empty now to say, but you had dreams we could have died from chasing back in the day. You're a champion in the broken, reckless ones, a keeper of the art of keeping on. I can hardly stand to watch you when you run, and the lights burn out around you, 'cause no one ever gives out till they're done. Saving up your arbitrary ills, aiming at the mansions on the hill. If money ever saved a mortal soul, I never heard about it, but I know. You're a champion of the broken, reckless ones, casually promises undone. I can hardly stand to watch you when you run, and the lights burn out around you. No one ever gives out till they're done.
leaving it all behind. This part of me feels like it's dying.
Both of us know that we tried.
In the clouds I saw you coming. It was written in the sky. Couldn't find words to tell you till they poured out in these lines. I'm the brave, you're the storm. It's the way we get along. We're the story framed in pictures on the wall. It's hard to see where it went wrong. Anyhow, you getting on. So many years of reasons to be gone. People are good at pretending. Practice makes perfect alike. And the trouble with loving is leaving. Relics of happier times. In the clouds I saw you coming. It was written in the sky. I couldn't find the words to tell you till they poured out in these lines. When you wake up at dawn with the colors of the sun, may you shine like our early memories. Let them wash over me and my bad company. I'm running out of reasons to be gone. Hey, ain't seen you around in a long time. You've been down in the sunny climes. You're looking alright. Hey, the ocean seems to suit you fine. You're pretty when you're telling lies. I don't pay 'em no mind. I want you to know that the stars shine bright on the south side of every town. I want you to know that the sky is a zodiac. Everything's coming back around. So hey, keep your chin pointed up in the morning light. Don't you wait around to say goodbye. Just saddle up and ride. side of every night. I want you to know that the sky is a looking glass, and everything's gonna pass in time. So hey, did you know every road is a straightaway, and everything's a simple shade from far enough away? Hey, every world is the shadow of another place, a lover with a different face, and every shade of gray. I want you to know that the stars shine bright, the downside of every light. I want you to know that the sky is a requiem, and everything's gonna be alright.
City of 1,000 scarlet tongues, and I make my way back home to you. On the boardwalk it is singing with 1,000 golden tones, but I make my way back home to you. Oh, the evening like a river runs 1,000 miles from here, I make my way back home to you. I've seen 1,000 empty bottles, and I have yet to drink my fill, but I'll make my way back home to you. If ever I forsake you, it never was my choice. I got canyons in my heartbeat, razors in my voice. If ever I am taken, it never was light, 'cause I'm bound to be the only person waiting at the end of the line. Destruction in the neon lights raining on the strip, but I make my way back home to you. And the words the man was singing, I found a promise I could slip, but I make my way back home to you. And whatever I have planned in me, wither in the sun, but I make my way back home to you. Whomever I've departed, know my journey's just begun, but I'll make my way back home to you. If ever I forsake you, it never was my choice. 'Cause I got canyons in my heartbeat and razors in my voice. If ever I'm taken, it never was light, 'cause I'm bound to be the only person waiting at the end of the line.
saw you in the stage lights, apple green gel cans, like a dog would alone in a clearing, just a swaying as the winds pass. I remember the long home. I still hear you in colors. I still see you in chapel glass, just a sway as the winds pass.
Thank you for listening to Live at Lunch, and thank you to the Music District here in the heart of Fort Collins, Colorado. Live at Lunch is produced by KRFC 88.9 FM in the Ginger and Baker studio. If you'd like to appear on Live at Lunch, email our music director, David Vacek, at david@krfcfm.org.